At the playgrounds, parents often notice their children playing with someone unseen by their adult eyes.
I don't care for that.
You might like this one. These kids will describe a new friend in funny clothes, which people think are like older clothes.
Old-timey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although this new friend doesn't talk, they say he's nice and has a toy train. But the kids are often confused when they try to play with the toy he offers to share, and he and the train disappear. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, creepy people.
Hello.
If you're new to our creepy corner of the world, this is P&W Haunts and Homicides, where we chat about true crime, paranormal, and all things creepy in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes. Or the P&W, if you're nasty.
If you're nasty.
We do a tarot reading at the end of every episode for a little bit of deeper insight into our topic. So make sure you stick around if you're into that.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
I think Caitlin will be here.
I live here, so yes.
The dogs will be here. It's a good time. So I found this story that I'm about to tell you in a book that we got loaned to us.
Ooh.
By who loaned it to us, Caitlin? I can't remember.
From the owner of Curiosities.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They were so nice to loan us a book called Oregon's Ghosts and Monsters by Mike Helm.
Ooh.
It's such an old, cool looking book from 1983, which it looks older than that.
It does.
But it says it's from 1983.
I don't believe it. I'm going to need to see some identification.
The book starts with a quote that I think is extremely fitting for what we do here and specifically for this topic today.
All right. Hit me with it.
You all might have heard this quote before. I don't know. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Wow.
And that is from a little known Shakespeare play called Hamlet.
Oh, okay.
Just, a couple people have heard of it.
Yeah. Hit us up if you are one of those people. They're not dime a dozen.
Shakespeare, heard of him?
Yeah.
Today, we're going 285 miles south of Portland, right to the border of California.
Oh.
To Ashland, Oregon.
Ooh.
Have you been there?
Yes.
I've never been there.
I've been there. I've actually been there and visited a case that we've talked about.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
What was that? I can't remember.
I know. I was like, I'm going to wait and see if she remembers.
I don't remember at all. Was it the train one?
It was.
Oh my God. I just pulled that out of my butthole.
Tunnel 13.
Wow. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Oh, duh. I came across that while I was researching this. I didn't even think about it. Apparently, my brain remembered.
Well, somewhere in the depths.
Well, we're going back in spirit, not in the physical yet. Maybe someday.
Oh, very soon. We're going to.
Well, we should specifically visit Lithia Park.
Okay.
Did you visit there?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's a huge park. And it's home to the Oregon Shakespeare Festival.
Ooh.
What started as a 3-day festival in 1935 by founding director Angus Bomer has now been extended to various performances in the theaters at the entrance of the park from March through October.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a whole season of Shakespeare.
I mean, I think you could argue that's definitely 2 full-ass seasons.
It's a long-ass festival, man.
Yeah.
Tickets are on sale now if you're interested.
Ooh.
But if the bard ain't your thing, you'll find much more beyond the park's entrance. We have another crown jewel on our hands, people.
What?
You remember our last crown jewel?
No.
Silver Falls?
Ooh.
It's not going to be like that. There's no April Fools, I promise.
Does anyone propose?
It's known as Ashland's crown jewel, which you'll see why. With 93 acres of walking trails weaving through forest trees, lush lawns with a vast variety of foliage, a rose garden, a Japanese garden, 2 duck ponds, a swimming reservoir, community center, meeting hall, ice rink, tennis and pickleball courts, and many forms of wildlife. And of course, the beautiful Butler Perozzi fountain, once made from Italian marble, is now a very accurate replica. The marble was too soft for the elements, but portions of it were reserved and stored. But they did do, I think Butler was the person who made a replica of it. I think of bronze, or parts of it were of bronze.
Wow.
You can read more on it if you want.
Fancy. Why wouldn't I want to read about a Perozzi?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Do you want to look it up real quick?
I do.
It looks magical.
It does look magical. It reminds me of a fountain that we saw in Europe.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's Italian. It was from an Italian.
It is Italian.
Italian sculptor? I don't know what you would call someone who makes fountains. A sculptor? That's what I would guess. Made of marble. Yeah.
Let's go with that. Mason.
The fountain, even though it was redone, it still takes a lot of upkeep, and it does need expensive repairs and maintenance to this day. I went ahead and made a donation on the show's behalf.
Oh.
Yeah. And if any of you wonderful, creepy people would like to join us in support of the Butler Perozzi fountain's upkeep, you will find a link to do so down in the show description.
I love that.
I know. Once I saw a donate button, I was like, oh, we have to donate. Like,
obviously.
We're talking about it. It's only right. John McLaren designed the landscape, and Lithia Park was officially opened July 4th, 1916.
Oh.
I feel like a couple of things we've talked about, like, open July 4th.
Yeah. They like to open stuff on a holiday, I guess.
Yeah. Big party. Why not?
Yeah.
You're already doing stuff.
Or are you? I don't know. I don't do anything.
I know. I don't like 4th of July, but it's fine. So how did the park get its name? The spring water in the Ashland area is rich with naturally occurring lithium oxide known as lithia.
Is that a good thing?
It is a good thing. It's not like the batteries. It's not
okay.
Like, it's not
all
like
right.
that.
You saw where my brain was trying to connect some dots there.
Oh, I definitely Googled it because I was like, what is this, like, metal? Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
How are people not dying?
Yeah, it just like has different compounds or whatever. I don't know.
All
Science
right.
shit. You can Google it.
Science.
So they built drinking fountains for the public to access the Lithia water for its health benefits.
Oh.
The fountains still exist today, although people don't typically drink from them anymore due to the boiled egg smell and flavor.
Oh.
It reminds me of like well water, I think, is exactly what that smell and taste is.
I fully expected you to say like the lead.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's healthy. It's safe for you to drink. I didn't fully like go into the health benefits, but obviously like they use lithium for medicines and all kinds of shit. So
okay.
But you'll find more than just bardolators or picturesque scenery, but a few ghosts as well.
What?
Do you know what a bardolator is?
I mean, I assume it has to do with the festival, like the bard.
Yeah, I guess it's people who are like obsessed with Shakespeare.
Okay,
They're called
they're
bardolators.
Like, they're at the festival like year round.
Yeah, isn't that so funny? I totally like Googled that because I was like, what are Shakespeare people called? It wasn't like in the story, but yeah, I was like, I have to know.
Yeah.
Bardolator. So we'll start with a seemingly benign story from a TripAdvisor comment. They say, beautiful park, haunted, ? And this was experienced in 2017, September of 2017.
Okay.
They say, quote, I took my 2 tween-age daughters here one night. I love that, tween-age.
Tween-age. I like that.
They have been on a quest to visit haunted places in Oregon. Lithia Park came up as one. We entered the address in the GPS, and it took us to the back side of the park. It was dark, perfect for ghost hunting.
Ooh, and murder.
And murder.
I don't don't know about that.
Oh, it's funny you say that. We scared ourselves silly, thinking we heard footsteps. We didn't make it 20 feet from the car.
Oh my God.
The next morning, we entered the address again to check it out in the daylight. Good idea. Daylight's fine.
Yeah.
This time, oh, okay. It says this time God took us, but I think she meant GPS. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. It says
Yeah.
God. Okay. This time, GPS took us to the front side of the park. No matter how we tried, we couldn't find the area the GPS took us to the night before.
The GPS or God?
Or God. Maybe God was trying to save you the second time.
My goodness.
It is a gorgeous park with an interesting history. I'm not one to believe in paranormal activity, but this one left me scratching my head. It was fun though. We will be back. That is weird. I have had that happen to me. I don't know if I talked about it. I think I told you when I went to jury duty, I'd been to the parking lot or the parking garage so many times. Like I've had jury duty. Okay. I could not find this fucking parking garage for the life of me. I had the GPS. I had the map. I don't know why, but something was keeping me from the courthouse that day and I'm just going to trust it. It was God.
Yeah. GPS or God, it just depends how tight is your keyboard technique?
GPS is God. In the early 60s, actor Charles Laughton had big dreams of one day playing King Lear. His dreams finally came true and he got the part in an Oregon Shakespeare Festival performance. But he unfortunately passed away before he got the chance to thrive in this once-in-a-lifetime role.
What?
Yeah, it's really sad.
Oh.
Now, whenever King Lear is put on, phantom footsteps are heard backstage. And while the cast rehearses, the shadow of what is believed to be Charles sits in the audience to watch.
Oh.
No doubt ruthlessly critiquing the performance from the beyond.
Oh.
I really don't know. I just assume because he was like, I would have done it this way,
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's probably fair.
But I'm sure he also just enjoys the show.
I hope so.
There is a comment on roguefreepress.com from a man named Glenn. He says, I had a fellow who was working at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival box office tell me some more stories about the Elizabethan Theater being haunted. And that's one of the theaters at the entrance of the park for the festival.
Oh.
He used to work as the night watchman, the night man.
The night man.
Remember when I kept saying nightman instead of night watchman? What episode was that?
God, I don't know.
I think it was the Dead Man's Island?
Maybe.
Dead Man Island? I don't know. One of those.
Charlie Day. Alive and well.
And he told me that Mr. and Mrs. Bomer both haunt it. He said that Mr. Bomer is quite friendly, though Mrs. Bomer was a bit of a scold.
Oh.
He also told me that sometimes he could hear children's laughter at night in the theater. Oh, interesting.
You know how I feel about children and their laughter.
Yeah. It could be a couple of different things. Yeah, we'll get into it. That's the end of that comment.
Okay.
People say the park has a very discomforting vibe, more so at night, where footsteps are heard, shadowy figures have been seen darting around, and the feeling of being watched follows you around.
No, thank you.
While investigating the park, an EVP of an inaudible woman and a man saying hi. I guess he wouldn't say hi. He would probably say hi.
Listen, he can say hi.
However he wants. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Some YouTube ghost hunters caught that, and they have a channel called JL Solo TV if you want to check that out.
Alrighty.
There have been reports of a light touch being felt on people's arms when no one is there.
I hate that.
Sometimes when people get home and look at the photos they've taken of the park, they'll find that they've caught orbs, mists.
Mists?
How about you say it for me?
Okay.
You guys know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And even the occasional phantom photo bomber.
Okay.
There were accounts of a full-ass person no one knew or could recall being in their group photos.
Okay, so not a photo bomber.
Not a real one. Not a living one. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
That's always the creepiest fucking thing to me when people like show up in your group photo and everyone's like, who is that?
No.
I've never personally had it happen. But.
I haven't either. It better not. I want to go on the record and say it freaking better not. Okay?
Knock on some wood.
Ah!
While walking the paths close to the dense wooded area, you might hear a whistling tune accompanied by the beat of a jug drifting through the trees.
Someone playing a jug?
Yeah. I'll explain more maybe after I read the rest of this.
Okay.
Then the playful music stops dead, and a horrifying male scream rips through the forest.
I don't really like that.
No one does.
No. Then the beat drops.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't.
Oh, no.
It is said to come from a logger who was sadly killed by a falling tree. People report to see a lumberjack-looking man with an axe who suddenly disappears before their eyes.
I mean, if it weren't for the disappearing, that could just be a hipster.
It could be. There are some of them there.
Yeah.
Just like a couple.
Just like a couple. Okay.
They don't usually carry axes, though, you know?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's fair.
So the jug thing, it said that he would like play it as like a musical instrument while he was whistling. So he would like drum on it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of was thinking he would like blow across it to make.
Yeah.
So maybe he did a little bit of that too, but it
Could
specifically
be.
said he was like pounding on it.
Okay.
I'm doing this to like my tummy.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's a choice. That's a choice. Interesting.
I'm so sorry, everyone. In this next part, there will be some awful terms that I will say one time and give you my peace of mind about them and never say them again.
Okay, great.
I don't even want to say it, but it's part of the story and it's what's out there. So I want to be able to correct it on my end.
Okay.
To say, no, don't say that.
All right.
No.
No.
The title of the story in that very old book I was telling you about is called The Hunchback of Lithia Park. Clearly, that's very rude, and we don't name call around here, so I'm not going to say that again.
All right.
This condition is called kyphosis. It's an abnormal forward curve of the upper spine. It can develop later in life, or like in this case, a child can be born with it.
Oh.
So in the 1920s, a boy was born with this condition into a logging family. And I kind of wondered if it was the lumberjack's son, the one who was killed by the tree.
Maybe.
I don't know. There wasn't any dates on that, so I'm not sure. Anyway, this boy also had another extremely rare condition.
Oh, boy.
Called hypertrichosis. This causes excessive hair growth on a person's body.
I thought I recognized that.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
His particular symptoms happen to show up on his face.
Oh, no.
And since humans fucking suck,
yeah,
they called him the dog-faced boy of Ashland.
I was going to say that would make him look like a werewolf.
Yeah, it's known as like werewolf syndrome, which I don't agree with either. I don't think people should say that either. Just call it by its name.
No, it's a medical condition.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I know, it's really it gets worse.
Oh,
It
great.
gets a lot worse.
Okay.
And it literally kills me. This poor child had two very visible conditions he was born with. He didn't have a fucking choice.
Yeah.
And people obviously treated him like the garbage humans that they actually are.
Fair.
So everyone refers to him with these awful names. And I'm going to call him Johnny for the rest of the story.
Oh.
And I wish I knew his real name, but I wanted to honor him the best that I can and just give him a nice name to call, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of got like from John Doe because I don't know his name. And
That's
he's a
exactly
little boy.
what I was thinking.
Someone call him Johnny.
Johnny.
I know. This next part really kind of makes me think that the lumberjack who passed might have been his father.
Really?
Yeah, because, okay, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
Please.
And in the stories, there was no mention of his mother either. It was just a father that they mentioned.
Typical.
So Johnny had to resort to stealing to get by, which makes me think he was alone.
Okay. Yeah.
Or like both of his parents are gone, or maybe they even disowned him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's really no way to know. But either way, clearly this boy was treated poorly by the people in the town. And of course he had to steal.
Yeah.
Was anyone going to give him a job? You know?
Like, or because he's a child, maybe just, take care of him.
Yeah. It makes me really sad.
I hate everything.
It seems like he did try to make money by selling pencils.
Oh,
I know.
So wholesome.
And that's clearly not going to make enough money to survive off of. But he was trying. It was clear.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably not.
Yeah. Especially when I'm not sure how many people would even buy from him, you know?
Yeah.
He was always seen carrying a gunny sack over his shoulder, too. Probably carrying all the belongings he had in this world with him.
Great.
And then in the mid-20s, Johnny suddenly went missing.
Okay.
I don't think he just moved on to a different town. Although no body was found and no one was ever held accountable, it's speculated that he was murdered.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fairly rural and rugged place, and there would certainly be places that you could hide a body.
Yeah, and no one really cared, I'm sure.
I was just going to say, I don't know how hard they were really looking.
Yeah. So I have a sickening feeling that this is, the most likely scenario.
Yeah.
In the 60s, though, the boy was spotted again, but appearing never to have changed in all of those years.
Interesting.
The police were called due to a boy attempting to steal from parked cars, but they were never able to find anyone when they came to check it out.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And I'm not done breaking your heart just yet. I'm so sorry.
No!
There's one more story of Johnny. This one's kind of both. It's like heartwarming and heartbreaking at the same time. Okay.
Bittersweet.
Yeah, bittersweet. That's the words.
Yeah.
At the playgrounds, parents often notice their children playing with someone unseen by their adult eyes.
I don't care for that.
You might like this one. These kids will describe a new friend in funny clothes, which people think are like older clothes.
Old-timey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although this new friend doesn't talk, they say he's nice and has a toy train. But the kids are often confused when they try to play with the toy he offers to share, and he and the train disappear.
Oh my gosh. A train?
Mm-hmm.
A train.
A train. Oh, yeah. He was known to like rob trains too.
Oh.
So that's interesting. A lot of train ties here.
Okay.
They also describe him, in their innocent child eyes as having a dog-like appearance. That's okay. They're innocent children. They don't know any better.
Yeah. I mean, when it's not, there's no malicious intent behind it.
And, they say he's nice and they were going to play with him. So
Yeah.
it's not like they were, what's that word? Excluding him from
Right.
anything or scared of him even.
Yeah. There's no instinct to, bigotry.
Yeah. So it seems to me like poor Johnny just wants to play like a normal kid.
He just wants to play with his train.
And with other kids and just be happy.
Just let him play with the train.
The last tale I have is the most common ghostly encounter in Lithia Park.
Oh my God.
I know.
There's okay.
There's more.
There are more things. Okay.
I couldn't find any proof of this in the Google machine, but the legend is a young girl was sexually assaulted and murdered where one of the duck ponds is now, back in the 1800s. So long time ago, long before the park was there.
Super.
People hear female whispering in their ears and more intensely screaming for help in the distance.
Okay.
I know.
No, thank you.
When people look for the source of the voice, they find nothing. And a lot of people who have this experience don't even know of the story of the girl.
Oh, boy.
So they're quite distraught when they can't find the person who needs help.
Yeah, I would be truly horrified.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Yeah. Trauma.
She often takes the form of a blue light or mist at the duck pond. She might follow you around the park and try to get your attention. That might be the source of like the people hearing the footsteps or feeling like they're being watched.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Or even appear in front of cars driving in the area. When the no doubt startled driver hits the blue mist, anyone that's in the car feels a sudden chill that is gone as fast as the apparition.
Okay. I just want to clarify. I don't like that.
That's like one of my biggest fears of driving alone at night on like a highway is like the woman in white or whatever will jump in front of your car.
Yeah. Like we need to stop the women in white and the mist.
Yeah.
Okay. These are national security threats of the highest order. It's got to stop.
But since this woman or girl, they do describe her as a young girl, unfortunately. She appears as blue, so they call her the blue girl or the blue lady.
Oh,
yeah.
That's kind of cute.
It does make me sad though. Like as much as I don't want a ghost to jump in front of my car, like she's just, it does make me think it's like a residual haunting, maybe where she's.
Yeah. It's like she's trying to get help.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not her actual spirit. It's just what we've talked about before, like the impression of what happened.
Yes. I'm going to go with that.
I hope so.
I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
I feel good about that.
So we're going to move on and read some more people's experiences. This is a comment on OregonHauntedHouses.com.
Oh my God.
It's titled Creepy.
Oh, perfect.
And this is from June 2018. When I went there about a year ago, it was about 12 a.m. or 1. Why? Don't go at night.
That's not the...
It's danger.
It's not the ideal time to visit
silly and
a park.
danger.
Yeah.
My mom and sister were with me also. We asked Siri for directions. Did you ask Siri or did you ask God?
It's a really good question.
And she gave us directions like normal. But it took us to the back of the park.
Stop it.
This is a different person.
I cannot. Also, it definitely was Siri then. It wasn't God.
Yeah.
They're both a she, but...
When we got out of the car, we heard little footsteps.
No, thank you.
This is literally the same experience.
No, thank you, please.
This one has a little more, though.
I don't care for it.
And then all of a sudden, my sister thought she heard a little girl whisper in her ear.
But what did she say?
She said, the little girl said something like, hi, or help. Which is one of the reports of, the blue mist or whatever, whispering in people's ear, asking for help.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay? Or are you just scared?
No, I'm fine.
I think your feet need to come up.
Yeah, probably.
They're like hovering closer and closer up. She couldn't clearly hear it, but when we left, it was looking out the window. Oh, God, I was like, wait, what?
I was like, what?
Yes. But when we left, I was looking out the window and saw a little girl wearing a white gown. I told my mom and sister about it when we got back to the hotel. My mom and sister also said they saw it too. Do you think they all just saw it and were like, we can't say anything. Maybe it'll not be real.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's exactly what happened.
My mom had the brilliant idea to go back the next day and see if it would take us to the entrance again or not. It took us to the main entrance.
Okay.
We were a bit spooked.
Was the little girl still there? Because then she might be real.
I hope not.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that's weird. It's two different websites, two different people leaving almost the same story, except for the first people, as soon as they heard the footsteps, they left.
They were like, bye.
Yeah, so they might have seen the little girl if they stayed.
Okay.
I kind of want to go experiment at night and see like where the GPS will take you versus the morning. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get out of my car, though.
No. No, I would turn on my child locks so that you couldn't get out.
What if the girl appears in the car and then she can't get out?
I mean, she already got in, so I feel like she can get back out. Like, she doesn't need my assistance. Child locks are not a thing for her.
Not in the ghost world.
No.
The next comment is called Ghost Girl in Columbia Hotel, which I forgot to look at how close that was. Do you want to Google that real quick?
Yeah, Columbia Hotel.
Columbia Hotel in Ashland.
Okay. It is 2.2 miles away.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, so this place is pretty close. And their story says, though not technically in Lithia Park, my mother saw a young girl in an old-fashioned dress with bowl-cut dark hair who appeared to her while she was trying to sleep.
Okay, listen. Beauty sleep? Don't, no.
Don't have kids if you want that. I mean...
Yeah, tell me more. Confirm my life choices.
We stayed at the Columbia Hotel the night this happened. While my mom was not psychic, she is sensitive to the other side. The little girl is not likely the ghost from the park. I haven't heard any other reports of her or any ghosts in the Columbia Hotel. I disagree.
Okay.
I think it might be her.
Okay.
I don't know. Then that kind of like makes me think it is like semi-intelligent. Maybe there's two different.
How many ghost children are running around in Ashland? You guys, I am not okay with that. I really wanted to go back and visit Ashland. I love it there. And now
I think during the daytime it's fine.
Okay.
It's a beautiful park. I don't think anyone should be deterred from going there in the day.
Right, but this isn't at the park.
Yeah, no, that's at the Columbia Hotel.
Yeah.
Maybe it followed them. Maybe it attached to them a little bit.
Oh, great. I forget sometimes that's a thing. That's a thing.
And do you remember the children's laughter was heard in the theater too?
No.
So that made me think maybe like both the kids are together, you know, messing around the park, just having a good old time.
You are single-handedly ruining my life.
I'm so sorry. Not.
You're like, really, bitch?
So I have one more story, and this one's from Reddit. It's from What the Fish Sauce. WTF Fish Sauce.
I like that.
This is from a year ago. And people were asking if there was any hauntings in Lithia Park. And they say, not sure if this qualifies or not. I was staying at Lithia Springs Resort, which is really close to the park as well. I did look that one up.
Sounds fancy.
I was having a nice night away with my wife. She was quietly reading, and I was sitting just relaxing with a glass of wine. Oh,
that sounds amazing.
With the door open, watching the scenery. It is freaking gorgeous there, you guys.
It's so beautiful.
Seriously. A woman walked up to the small pond and was pouring water on the pond from her cupped hands. So she was like scooping water and pouring it out.
Oh.
She was strangely graceful and glowing faintly blue, like a reflection of moonlight. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
beautiful way to put it. Yeah.
Or is she drinking a lot of colloidal silver? Or
God.
Either way.
Mom, did you watch that documentary?
Yes.
Oh God, that was disturbing as fuck.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that
They
at some point.
showed a lot in that.
Yeah, they did. Chris was like, that's not real. And I was like,
that's literal footage they took.
Do you want to fucking bet? Do you want to fucking bet? That's fucking real.
It's so sad.
We're not used to how much fucking footage there is of shit that's happened like now. If it's happened in the last 10 years, it's, I mean, unsettling how much there is sometimes. But anyways.
Highly documented.
I like that. Highly documented.
The water continued to pour from her cupped hands as she moved around the pond. I watched her, sort of stunned, for what felt like minutes, and then called for my wife to come see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just tell your wife about how you've been creepily watching this woman.
Come see this hot lady that looks like moonlight.
Yeah. Yeah.
My wife was gone. I felt so confused. Then I woke up where I was sitting in front of the open door later that night with a glass of wine on the ground.
Excuse me?
I don't know why I had such a strange connected dream/hallucination and no memory of being tired or falling asleep. So he was literally just sitting there watching the scenery and fell asleep without knowing it and like spilled his wine.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Okay, well, I'm done with my story. I'm done with the hour of torture.
Sorry, now I'm yawning. I'm
just go to sleep. Are you asleep right now?
Oh, God.
Your wine's on the floor.
Listen, that's the worst part.
It is. I had a weird dream last night. It wasn't like this. Like I knew I was sleeping.
Yeah. Because it was a sex dream.
I wish. No, it was really cool though. So I was like in a car watching trees go by, as I do when I'm in the car.
Yeah.
And I see all of these birds in the tree, like just tons of them. And then I'm looking closer and they're snowy owls.
Oh my gosh.
And then they all of a sudden take off and there's just like swarms of snowy owls just like flying through the sky. And I'm just like, and then I try to take a picture and my camera won't work.
No.
I know. Isn't that weird though? It's like, that's really cool. I want to see freaking 100,000 swarming snowy owls.
You dreamt of owls? This was last night?
This was last night. It was the dream I had like right before I woke up. So it's the one I remember.
Interesting.
Did you ever dream about owls?
I did not. Owls have significance for me. So
yeah, we've kind of talked about that before.
Yeah. You know, my great grandma, she was an owl lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started doing some research into doing some goddess work. And I found out that basically the women, certainly on my at least maternal side, have serious affiliation with everything, like everything linked to Hecate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love
Owls,
her.
frogs, 2 black dogs.
It's so cool.
I know. There's a lot of other stuff that just kind of pops up and I don't always know the significance right away, but I'm like, they might not have even known themselves, but they were witches.
Yeah, definitely.
They were witches.
Most of us are.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm coming to learn, I feel.
Literally every single person on the earth.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Well, should we do some tarot?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do some tarot. Let's see what we get. I'm excited.
Me too. Tear it. As indie podcasters, we love to show our support of other awesome shows. So stay tuned for the promo we've got to share with you this week.
Let's show them some love. You can find their info in our show notes.
Welcome to Murder and Mimosas. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Danica. Together as a mother and daughter duo, we host Murder Mimosas, true crime podcast with an episode released every Saturday at 10 a.m. so you can listen to it during prime brunch time. While we don't require a mimosa, we do highly recommend one. All of our episodes are cases that we found really interesting or just really stuck with us because we hope they'll do the same for you. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
You guys, we're back. And don't worry, we did get more wine.
Well, of course.
We had to shuffle this one real good because it's new.
Yes. It is.
Okay, here. Why don't you give him a little?
Give him a little love. All right. Which deck do you want to do first?
Did you shuffle this one yet?
No, I'll
Okay.
shuffle that one.
And I'll pull from this one while you're shuffling.
All right. That's our new deck. It's Tarot-torial.
Because we are learning.
Tarot tutorial. Get it? I do. Woo!
I got the 3 of Cups in reverse, which off the bat is interesting because there were 3 ghosts.
Oh.
I almost stuck this in the incense holder.
You shouldn't.
I didn't.
I know.
7 of Swords. Oh my gosh. It's like a cute little fox.
Oh.
It's not a fox,
It's
but it's
not.
like it looks like one.
Yeah, I think that's a weasel.
Yeah, it has the eggs. So 5 of Swords, it was in reverse. Was it in reverse or was it upright? It was upright.
Oh boy. Yes.
And this was in reverse.
Yes.
3 of Cups in reverse. The 3 of Cups on the tutorial card says friendship, community, support, happiness, and celebration. And then that's for the upright. And then for the reverse, you turn it over and it has different words.
Ooh.
Yeah. Overindulgence, isolation, gossip, and affair.
Ooh.
They're dancing in a literal fucking park.
Oh my goodness. They are.
Isn't that crazy?
That is. Okay, I'm going to read the interpretation. Our keywords are essentially all the same. I don't know if you mentioned community.
Yeah, I think it said community.
Okay. That was the only one that stuck out that I thought maybe was different.
So the upright is like what the park should be.
Mm-hmm.
The reverse is like kind of the hauntings, maybe.
There's an extra excerpt.
Oh, snap.
The 3 graces. Greek mythology speaks of 3 goddesses of joy, charm, and beauty known as the graces. The 3 of Cups remind us of the famous painting Primavera
Ooh, is that Italian?
by the Renaissance Italian painter Sandro Botticelli.
Wow, we talked about the Italian, what's it called? Fountain.
Mm-hmm. Do you like how I sound like I'm doing an ad for Chef Boyardee? Which shows these 3 beautiful young deities dancing together. When reversed, the 3 of Cups can indicate indulgence in food or drink, too much partying. Perhaps you feel weary from too much interaction with other people and need some downtime. This card gets me.
Maybe you've had too much interaction with ghosts and you just need some downtime.
Yeah. Or you've become disenchanted with your friends. In some cases, it shows a longing for friendship or sense of community.
Oh, Johnny.
Johnny. In a reading about money, rewards from a group effort may be delayed or not as great as you'd hoped. This card can also warn of overextending yourself financially or counting your chickens before they're hatched.
Oh.
Interesting.
It's interesting, too, because I kind of came across the park. They wanted I think now they have that like resort, but I think the plan for the actual park, they wanted it to be like a health retreat because of the springs.
Oh, interesting.
But it didn't happen.
If the reading is about your job, the reversed 3 suggests your success comes in small ways rather than grand ones, or a victory may seem hollow. Perhaps you don't feel as happy with your job or the result of a project as you'd expected to be. Like maybe you wanted it to be a resort.
Or maybe a tree fell on you.
Could be that. Oh boy.
Oh, or if like the Johnny was trying to sell pencils and stuff. I don't know. Could relate to that too.
Could be, yeah. In a reading about love, the 3 reversed shows you may feel left out, discouraged, or lonely. Perhaps you've grown and your lover/loved ones haven't kept up. In some cases, this card can mean a primary partnership takes up all your time and you don't get to see friends as much as you'd like.
Oh,
or maybe you don't have any.
Maybe you try to make friends and then you disappear because you don't have enough energy.
That's a possibility as well.
I feel like also the girl maybe she's trying to make friends too. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. I feel like a lot of that was feeling like it tied back to Johnny for me.
Yeah,
but
mostly.
You might be right.
I think mostly she's just like wanting help, which is sad.
I think so too. Yeah. Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords, and that's in the upright.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I said 5 of Swords to begin with. I don't know. I meant 7 if I said 5. Forgive me.
I think you said 7.
I issue a formal apology if I said 5.
Apology not accepted.
Good.
Okay. Anyway, keywords are uncertainty, illusion, impetuousness, stealth, cunning, and strategy. Some decks, including the Rider-Waite-Smith, Aquarian, and Gilded Tarot, show a man carrying away 5 swords. The fact that you said you thought you said 5. And this is a man carrying 5 swords in the deck. Oh boy. When this card appears, it suggests you're facing a challenge or problem and must use caution to overcome potential danger.
Yeah, all 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. The upright 7 suggests a tricky situation in which things are not completely clear. Like if your body is missed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or if you, I couldn't find any proof of the murder of the girl, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I searched murdered girl Ashland 1800s and nothing came up. I don't know what else I could search.
Yeah, that's so hard.
Yeah. Interesting.
You may be formulating a plan, but don't have all the information you need, which...
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Or the plan may be risky and could backfire. This card can represent surreptitious action and advises diplomacy.
What does surreptitious mean?
Kind of...
syrup?
Yes. So always put syrup on your pancakes, and that's that. Surreptitious, I always think of it as being like kind of under the surface, you know, sort of discreet.
Okay.
If that makes sense. We can look it up. In a reading about money, the 7 warns that you probably shouldn't go ahead with a financial idea or investment you're considering.
Oh my God, I just had a flash of something.
What?
I wonder if Johnny was asking like for a job or asking to, I don't know, for something from some people and they got mad.
Maybe.
Or he was just like, you know, trying to steal from them, which
could be.
That's a possibility too. But I don't know. That just like popped in my head as soon as you said that.
Ooh.
Johnny, let us know.
Perhaps the risks are too high or the deal may be shaky or shady.
Ooh, or if he made a deal and like didn't deliver.
I don't know.
Oh.
If the reading is about your job, this card says don't engage in direct confrontation. Work behind the scenes to get results. That's that surreptitious.
Oh, wow.
The upright 7 can also indicate restlessness. Perhaps your job lacks the diversity or stimulation you desire.
Selling pencils isn't
that
stimulating.
And it says, consider making a change.
Or the lumberjack, like don't like own the, what's it called, lumber mill or whatever, and send the other people out to do the trees.
Yeah.
He was like indirect contact. Oh my God. Contact with the tree.
Yeah. Oh boy. In a reading about love, you're advised to seek compromise and use diplomacy rather than arguing with a partner. But don't just go along to get along. Sometimes this card shows leaving a relationship that doesn't meet your intellectual or spiritual needs. This is a little chilling. There's an extra excerpt.
Okay.
Focus. Be focused and thorough in planning your strategy. As Barbara Moore writes in the Gilded Tarot Companion, be on guard, or one of those swords he left behind will find its way into his back. Like a tree falling in the forest.
Or backstabbing asshole communities.
Yeah.
Or maybe the little girl trusted someone she shouldn't have.
Oh, no.
All of it. I think all of it relates to it's crazy that there's 3 people dancing in a park. Like I can't.
I simply can't.
And it's like they're in the upside down, you know, like the underworld, you know.
Oh, the upside down. Oh. No, I hate it.
Wow.
I hate it.
That's really cool though.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's really cool that they related to the story, which is the point of this whole thing. I don't give a sip.
Yeah.
That you can't really read it, but that's what they say.
Also, don't give a sip. We're going to wash our fingerprints and chapstick prints off of these, and then we'll take a picture of them.
Maybe we'll leave it dirty.
Mm-mm.
We're real and dirty people. I didn't brush my teeth today.
That's not true. You've brushed them now.
I had to smell my breath the entire episode.
How's your pop filter? Stanky?
It's not great.
All right.
No, it's fine. It's
fine. We can Febreze. Oh, did you want to show off our prize?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we already did show, but we are using the...
We did show?
Yeah, we did a little video of us opening
Oh,
it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should probably tell them what we're talking about. Our gift that we won from Through the Veil. We're using the incense. We got the little
selenite
stick.
We were going for sort of a foresty theme here.
Yeah.
And this is one that has all of the elements engraved into it. It's spirit, water, fire, earth, and air.
It's perfect. All those things are in the park, I assume.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Fire, I'm not sure, but I'm sure that they have a fire somewhere.
They have forest fires.
Oh, I mean, not that kind of fire.
I know. Well, listen.
Maybe the Shakespeare plays have some fire.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll have to ask.
So we brought this tree. It's humongous. It's taken on quite a life of its own.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you tell them what it was from?
I haven't. No. My mom was very, very jealous. And I don't know how this happened. I don't keep plants alive, just historically, but this plant came from a trimming of one of my grandmother's plants. My cousin created, I don't know, however, propagated them.
Yeah, that's the word, propagated.
Yeah, propagated them for several of us because, now our maternal grandmother is gone and we have the plant. So
that's so sweet.
Yeah, my mom's going to be super pissed when she sees it in this video because she's going to be like, first of all, why is your closet door open?
Oh, whoops.
Oh, well.
We're human. It's fine.
But hers is, it's looking pretty shrimpy.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, she keeps it by a cold sliding glass door is the argument that we have made.
Maybe give it a little heater.
I mean, maybe just like put it up away from the cold glass in the winter. There's a lot of solutions. It needs some, like indirect sunlight, but it doesn't mean it has to sit by the cold glass.
Yeah, that would make sense because I had mine by my window upstairs and no, I mean, it wasn't very warm up there. I think I kept the heater vent closed and it didn't do great. I still do have like a clipping from it that's keeps growing. It's probably about this long now. Not from hers. It's a different
different one. Yeah.
Same type of plant, different plant.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't do good next to the window. So maybe next time I'll put it somewhere else.
You know what's really interesting is I took this to my old office and I had it on the corner of my desk and I was trying to get sunlight out of the one window. And then when it started to warm up, I moved her. And she was sitting in there and my office always got like that warm afternoon sun.
Oh.
So
it likes a little bit of warmth.
Yeah. She sprouted up.
Nice. Good to know. Yeah. Good to know. Plant tips with Caitlin.
Who would have thunk? I mean, I don't know anything.
She's a green witch.
Yeah.
She don't even know it.
I guess. Maybe. These vines are so long.
They are really long.
I can't believe it.
Do you see them? They're down here.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, you can. It like wraps around the table. It's wild. It's gorgeous. Should we do the thing?
Let's do our thing.
Okay. Have a creepy ass day.
See you next Tuesday. Unless you get lost in a Shakespeare play.
Oh. Didn't realize that was a possibility. I have to go. I have to go.
What's the thing where he holds the skull?
Oh.
To be or not to be.
There's no question. It's not to be.
No question.
I have to go.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm scared of fire and loud boom booms.